25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry for James Conner. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll run here with Conner. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Love looking to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense. Was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's the option. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, this defense for the Chargers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Did you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Off the play fake, Love. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action this time with Love. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Love, they go play action now. Out to his left. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On second down, Connor looking for space. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Flushed out right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Chargers 7, Raiders 3. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love from the gun. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First down, Love to pass. Flush to his right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play there for L.A. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chunked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Love. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing. Love. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's counter. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Being chased. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Chargers 14, Raiders 6. Will Lutz set to
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles? And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And that is where Darren Waller really excels. He led all NFL tight ends in yards after the catch in 2020. Another nice effort here.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action. Love to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for L.A. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Second and inches.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. James Conner, his second touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game.
Chargers 21, Raiders 12.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 8 coming up. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First and 10 at the 30.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Love's throw there taken in by Smith. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Connor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now a first carry for their fullback.
The ball carried by the fullback. The tackle made at the 3-yard line. First and goal at the 3.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Raiders 12.
Connor. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 3.
Here's Love. Buying time to his left. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Chargers 27, Raiders 12.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Counter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Chargers 34, Raiders 12. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Another run here with Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Oh, spinning away. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
48-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Touchdown! Darren Waller. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
On first down, Connor. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So, for the Chargers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.